violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And let's get into the video.
Mike. That's right. We've been following this breaking news for about 20 minutes. I first told you about 5:50 this morning where Peachtree Road was shut down at West Wesley Road due to some heavy police activity. For the latest, let's take a live look at Traffic Tracker 2. Alex Williams in our 24-hour traffic center. You've been following this. Unfortunately, no change here.
Yeah, still got the yellow tape up, Mike. Peachtree Road remains shut down. And
so, guys, what happened here is there was a super gremlin on Demon Time, and he was whipping a little foreign. He was whipping a McLaren. Now, did he rent the car? Did he steal the car? Or does he own the car? We don't know. That is yet to be determined. But he pulled up and spun the block, and he was firing outside of this McLaren, and that is why he is getting his vehicle impounded and the individual was arrested. Now, I was following this story because I was actually around that area when this all occurred, and like you said, they blocked down Peachtree, and it caused me a it was very early in the morning, and I was actually going to a public building to get some information that I needed for my business, and it caused a huge traffic jam, caused detours and all types of stuff. And I was like, yo, what just happened? And I'm doing my research, and hey, this is what happened. You got some crazy stuff going on in the A, okay? It's wild, so you got to be careful on the roads.
Both directions, right around West Wesley. This is right around between Buckhead and Midtown, Mike.
All right, thank you, Alex. We're trying to figure out what police are investigating, but you can use Northside.
Turn to a Channel 2 Action News exclusive new video of the moments before a shootout between a man and a federal officer. You can see them here on Ted Turner Drive just seconds before.
Why is that officer running like that?
Both open fire. And here's where this is. It's just a block, actually, from two federal buildings and very close to Centennial Olympic Park, where a Juneteenth celebration was actually happening up.
Wow. So this guy threatened to shoot up a federal building. He actually said that he was going to shoot the DA, and that is Fani Willis, or Fani Willis, however you pronounce it. And we are protecting this sister. We are protecting this strong black queen by any means, okay? Over here, BGZM, if you rocking with us, if you rocking with Black Gen Z, if you rocking with BGZM New 17, if you rocking with Jenquavius Jackson, we are protecting Fani Willis by any means necessary. So if these YSL dudes want to pull up and threaten officers and sheriffs and her security detail, we ain't going for that. And we're going to expose it, all right? Because these dudes have been terrorizing the city for way too long, and they are threatening a black woman's life and livelihood, and we need to stand up against that, okay? Because black girl magic.
At the time, Channel 2's Matt Johnson is in downtown tonight, where police are still on the scene some 7 hours later, Matt, and you talked to the one guy who saw it all.
Yeah, Wendy, this is still a very active crime scene with federal and local police still here investigating what happened. Like you said, 7 hours after the shooting. They're focusing down Spring Street here where the shooting appeared to have happened, and it happened in front of several witnesses who were just trying to get home.
They both just opened fire on each other.
A shootout downtown between a federal officer and a suspect stunned witnesses watching from a distance.
No, that's not what happened. Oh, they both just opened fire. No, this lunatic opened fired, shot at a police officer, and he responded by laying his dumb behind down like it's supposed to be. I mean, even in the interviews, it sounds like they're trying to make excuses for this super gremlin, and we are not having it over here. We're tired of it. We want the city of Atlanta to be safe, okay? I'm tired of riding through the street and they're blocking off this road because some idiot done spun the block.
This video shows an officer with the Federal Protective Service shooting at someone who's shooting back at him just outside the Russell Federal Building.
Kind of realized, I was like, oh, there could be bullets flying towards my direction. So I just kind of hunched down behind my dash and just kept recording.
Ben Ivey shared this video exclusively with Channel 2 Action News as he watched the shooting happen just before 4
It's a shitty video.
o'clock on Friday. He was at a traffic light at MLK Jr. Drive across from State Farm Arena.
MLK? What? I mean, dude. And people just think that I'm crazy. I'm supposed to be the crazy one. Because we talk about how MLK got bodies. And I'm the crazy one. These super gremlins on MLK are on demon time.
He says it appears the officer was trying to get the suspect to stop.
And then the officer stopped and got out with an assault rifle, but the gentleman just kept walking away. So the officer put the assault rifle back in his vehicle and then started to pursue the man on foot.
The FBI and Department of Homeland Security haven't released information about what led up to the shooting. APD confirms that someone was shot, but we don't know that suspect's condition.
It sounded like they had exchanged over 30 shots, and they were both still standing afterwards.
Federal and local authorities spent the evening gathering evidence while blocking off parts of Ted Turner Drive. Witnesses like Ivy say they're just relieved that the shooting didn't affect any bystanders.
It was surreal, definitely glad no one else was hurt.
And I checked in with the FBI tonight. They couldn't give an update on the agent's condition or the other man who was shot.
And they're trying to keep everything under wraps. Basically, he threatened to shoot up the DA's office and delete the DA. That's what happened. So, you play stupid games, finish it off for me in the chat.
We're still going to be following up, though, and trying to get any more information when we can. Live in downtown Atlanta, Matt Johnson, WSB Tonight.
All right, it's going to be a thorough investigation there, Matt. Thank you so much.
Shot at. It happened yesterday afternoon. And Channel 2's Tom Regan is live near I-85 in Gwinnett County. Tom, highway shootings so far this year, we're close to last year's numbers.
Yeah, that is really sad. We seem to be reporting on an interstate shooting nearly every week. Fortunately, in the shooting here along I-85 yesterday afternoon, the driver wasn't hurt.
I heard thunk when he hit the truck.
So that's the slug.
That's it.
Robert Merrow showed me the .40 caliber slug that punched a hole in the side of his pickup.
Wow, they just shooting up random cars now, y'all. I mean, they've been doing it, but jeez.
It passed through both walls of the truck and through the inner bed liner.
He told me he was driving north on I-85 Wednesday afternoon. He spotted a truck ahead with a loose tie-down strap that was dragging on the road. He tried to get the driver's attention to the issue, but the driver instead got annoyed.
What I tell you, these super gremlins, like, they don't want to take no accountability. You have a truck with hazardous materials dragging on the road, finna fall out, and the speed limit is freaking 65, 70 miles per hour. You can hurt another driver, but no. So this older glider fella, tried to help him, tried to correct him. And you cannot correct these super gremlins. I've been trying to tell you.
He started to move over on top of me, and I laid on the horn to let him know I was there. I just heard it hit the truck. He moved even closer to my truck to the point that his truck hit my mirror.
A few miles later,
as I got off the exit is when he shot at the truck. He had his window down, still holding the gun pointed at my truck.
What went through your mind when you saw this?
Disbelief. That was, over the fact that he didn't get his way on the interstate.
Can you describe the suspect, please?
That's what it came down to, that he would try to kill someone over it.
Police found the suspect's truck and trailer and arrested Demetrius Nimmons.
Wow. Come on, Meat. What are you doing? What are you doing? You got a truck like that. It looks like you might be a blue-collar brother working, and you get mad because you're reckless and you get called out. It's ridiculous, bruh. These super gremlins are on demon time.
Metro highway shootings, more than 20 so far this year, are on track to top last year's total of 30. Mario says people have to learn to drive with patience and respect.
If someone cuts you off, let it go.
Good luck.
And the truck driver who was taken into custody is now charged with aggravated assault. Live in Gwinnett County, Tom Regan.
What about attempted murder? You're driving at high speeds. You try to run somebody off the street, then you shoot them as they're getting off on the exit, and it's just an aggravated assault charge. Wow.
Channel 2 Action News.
Gwinnett County family is asking for help after their teenage daughter was sentenced to prison for more than 100 years. Prosecutors call it an example of what can happen if you get caught up in a gang. Channel 2 Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Tony Thomas is live with the steps the family is now taking. Tony.
And Linda, the family is starting with a protest outside of the Gwinnett County Courthouse tomorrow. They're asking for anyone to help that can take another look at this case.
Kim K, where you at? Where you at? You might want to smash one of these prosecutors out here, these judges, give them some top so she can get some time shaved off the top of her sentence. Lord have mercy.
Now, this afternoon, I spoke with the victim's father in this case. He's family's plea. They should not be surprised at the outcome of the trial, nor the fact that she'll be spending 140 years in prison.
I couldn't believe it. It was like a dream. I couldn't believe it.
Damien Mitchell's mom, Vanessa Jackson, stunned by the massive prison sentence her daughter faces.
Sisters, come get your kids.
She and her sisters say it's simply unjust.
Yeah.
Where's the men?
140 years.
We want fair judgment, and that's what we're seeking.
140 years is just outrageous.
Bye-bye.
The family plans to take their anger to the courthouse steps Tuesday.
We're begging anyone who can look into it to give her a second chance.
Prosecutors say Mitchell pulled the trigger up to 19 times in this 2021 Valentine's Day shooting that killed Faith Byrne.
So she killed a girl, shot her 19 times in cold blood on Valentine's Day, the day of love. 19 times. Okay? So she pretty much got what she deserved. She got like, what, 7.15 years per bullet? I mean, she pretty much got what she deserved. I mean, 19 times? Are you serious?
4 other girls are also charged in what authorities believe was also gang-related. Investigators say they found videos and texts showing a history of street fights.
They had friends, boyfriends, that were possibly affiliated with gang, but that did not make them gang members.
She's 17 years old, 140-year sentence. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. You're not giving her a chance at life at all.
She doesn't deserve a chance at life because she took somebody else's. And that's how we need to be. You take somebody else's life, especially like this. I can understand a manslaughter, y'all up here protesting, but no, she doesn't deserve any protests. These super dyking gremlins are on demon time.
Jury did not find Mitchell guilty of murder, but instead voluntary manslaughter. They acquitted her of firearms charges and found her guilty of multiple gang violations. Mitchell's family admits she was involved, but says she deserves a second chance.
They actually said in the courtroom that they're going to make Demir an example.
As they should.
Faith's father told me by phone this afternoon that Faith just happened to be over at a mutual friend's house when this shooting took place, and she didn't know any of those involved. The 4 other girls charged in this crime have yet to go to trial. Live in Gwinnett County, Tony Thomas, Channel 2 Action News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Wild video shows chaos erupting at a kids' dance competition in Dekalb County.
Lord have mercy. Look at all them weaves. Look at all them waist trainers. Oh, God. They done brought the queens to the damn dance competition. And they done started a fight, man. You cannot make this stuff up. Okay? My question is, why is there so much anger? Why is there so much hate amongst our people in the community? This is unacceptable. I've been to many dance competitions, okay? All three of my sisters, well, two of my sisters rather, danced, and they did it competitively, and they weren't strippers, okay? They actually did interpretive, choreographed dances, and there were never any fights. There was also always respect. Some of the girls would beef with each other, right? Some of the girls didn't like each other, but they never crossed that line toward violence. But here in 2022, in the community, the sisters are ready to brawl. They're ready to fight, okay? They got their hair did, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you got your hair did, they pulling it out. If you got a bonnet on, they ripping it off. If you got a wig on, they ripping it out. These super sister gremlins are on demon time.
When fists started flying between kids, witnesses say the adults jumped in to fight. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Courtney Bryant.
She's so damn fine. God damn.
And I'm Eric Perry in for Russ Spencer. Tonight, we are hearing from a 14-year-old girl who says she was caught in the middle of the melee.
The teen and her mother spoke exclusively to Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo.
This was a kids' event that turned into a disaster.
This dance competition got real ugly real quick over the weekend at Berean Christian Church's gym in Stone Mountain. The kids from the famed dance team came all the way from Detroit to Georgia to be there.
I went blank, and then next thing you know, I'm on the floor trying to cover my head because they kicked me like 2 times, and I had a lump right here, but it still hurt.
14-year-old Alea York says the teams were talking trash to one another, but then things got physical. The video shows dozens of kids ages 9 to 14 duking it out on the dance floor. And then it looks like some grown-ups jumped in.
The coaches came.
Lord have mercy. I'm gonna tell you what. This is how we represent ourselves in public, man. It's disgraceful, bro. It really is. We need more people talking about it. We don't have time to show you all the examples of situations like this in public places, acting a donkey. This is unacceptable. Fighting in front of your kids, jumping in fights between children. All of them should be charged.
Came from out off the side and just started whamming on her, like 4 to 5 coaches on a 14-year-old child.
So I'm on the floor covering my head, then somebody grabbed me and they said I gotta go outside because they still looking for me.
LaToya Carter says a team from Savannah started the scuffle.
And thank God that the competition didn't get shot up shortly after. They're so blessed and highly favored. By which God, I don't know. It could be the 6th God. It could be God Almighty. But either way, they are so lucky that that event did not get shot up.
We reached out to them on Facebook and Instagram for their side of the story, but we never heard back.
We felt defeated. It was like a battle zone. It was like, get out of there.
It's really sad. Because why you got to act like that at a competition? It's a competition. It's a kid program. Why are adults hitting a kid anyway?
Now, Carter says the cops did eventually show up, but when we checked with Dekalb PD, it wasn't clear if anyone's been charged. We also asked the church that hosted the event about the whole mess, but we haven't heard anything back yet. Rob DiRienzo, Fox 5 News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.